There is a time that you need to know the wrath of the Lord. There is a time that you need to know the paths to take. There is a time that you need to know friends to have. There is a time that you need to know the day of the Lord. There is a time that you need to know the truth about God. Oh, there is a time.
A time to be born.
Oh, there is a time.
A time to die.
There is a time.
A time to plant.
There is a time.
A time to plant.
There is a
A
time.
time to kill.
There is a time.
A time to heal.
Oh, there is a time.
A time to bring
Oh,
back.
there is a time. Nam, jambo ndugu msikizaji, mtazamaji, kama kawa niko hapa Agr News TV on the mic, and tonight we are hosting Optiven. So we at Ruth Motoni Nganga anasema joining right now. We asante sana, ita jirani, ita jamaa, ita rafiki, mwambie that time to invest. If they have questions, there is no need to ask me because Mr. George will be here tonight to answer all your questions. A few of your questions, all Amazon anyway. Life, you need to plan not to fail in life, my friends. Alafu kuna hiyo kitu napenda kwamba if you plan to fail, you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Anasema John anayo. Take your time, make your future. By the way, in my management classes nilifanya nikaambiwa kwamba if you don't plan then you plan to fail. So don't plan to fail, kwa sababu lazima tujipange. And talking about kujipanga, nataka kumkaribisha mwenzangu hapa ndugu George Mteti. How are you, my friend? Habari ya jioni?
I'm good, Mr. Ndiri. Nice to be together this evening, this morning. I mean, I know people are watching from different countries, but by and large, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Ndiri.
Ni sawa bana. How's Texas taking you?
Wow, Texas is good, eh? Yeah. Of course, we've got the Texas heat. I mean, now it's getting hot. You know, sometimes it goes to over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That's you know, more or less that 6 degrees centigrade. That's really hot. So guys are asking me, hey George, how are you coping with the Texas heat?
Oh man, this is too hot. We haven't gone such extremes. Ni hivi karibuni tumeenda unaweka maji kwa gari, then maji yanachemuka bwana. Unapata the boiling point is beyond. It's so dangerous, but we are pushing on.
By and large, Texas is good.
Oh, Texas
I'm
is
enjoying myself, you know. Sometimes I'm finding even the weather more or less Kenyan. I know what most of you guys, you love Texas, man.
We love Texas, na wakati mwingine when you come to Texas, if you were driving, unafika mahali wanakuambia welcome home.
Oh wow.
That's why even actually our catch line yuko kama Agr News TV tunasema welcome home, because we are based in a place where we tell people welcome home.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because we are home. Actually the weather ya Texas na nyumbani is almost the same.
It's almost the same.
Ndio maana tunaishi hapa. Wakati mwingine ukitoka unarudi unasema when I was driving, I used to drive a box truck. Wakati mwingine nikatembea states, nikifika Arkansas or Texarkana, narudi nyumbani, unaona huko welcome home.
Oh, welcome home.
Hata kama niko 6-7 hours away, I just feel nimestep nyumbani.
Wow.
The same feeling unajipata nayo wakati ambapo umefika JKIA. Ukifika huko JKIA huko nyumbani kabisa, unafikia nimefika nyumbani. And actually most of us who fly via Qatar, Doha. Wakati ambapo tumefika kule Doha, we know we are 5 hours away from home. So we feel like tumefika nyumbani.
Wow.
So it's such a good feeling.
Yes.
And talking about a good feeling or feeling home, kuna wala ambao wajasikia Optiven.
Yes, please.
Hebu waambie what's Optiven. Kwanza waambie George wewe ni nani ndio waambie Optiven by the way.
Wow. Thank you very much. Man, I'm happy to be here in Texas, the home of the Cowboys. And you know, Optiven means optimizing ventures. And my name is George Muteti, Regional Manager, Diaspora. I'm in charge of the US and Canada, and I am happy to be here in the US. And thank you for hosting me in this Agr TV. It's really a pleasure, Mr. Ondiri. And from wherever you are watching, listening from, I want to say hi. And Optiven is here, you know, to take care of your needs, especially when it comes to investment matters, investment in real estate, Mr. Ondiri.
Wow, thank you so much. Wakati mwingine, you know, I don't want to say that we're unfortunate, but we always fall into prey.
Yeah.
When we are talking about investments, and I think the most abused community in the diaspora community.
Correct.
When we are talking about investing back at home. Like I said on Saturday, we were together.
Yeah.
Mtu unanunua shamba, unanunua nyumba, and then unapomaliza kulipa kila kitu, unaenda nyumbani. Oh, let me see mahali ambapo nimeinvest. And then unaonyeshwa nyumba ya neighbor ndio huko. One of us, an unfortunate instance here. Mmoja wetu akatoka akaambiwa ile shamba iko hapo. Alafu anapelekwa mahali anaambiwa ni ile kwenda huko, kwenda huko hawafiki bwana.
Hawafiki man.
And finally get the shamba. So at times tunaogopa. So coming to us as Optiven. Why Optiven?
Well, thank you very much for that question, and I'd like to thank our viewers wherever they are listening. Well, as Optiven, and why Optiven, I should say that we have been around for quite some time. This is our 22 years in operation.
22 years?
22 years.
Oh man, that's a long time.
It's a lot of time.
As old as, yani, imeishi kuliko marriages zetu vile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hiyo ni muda ya kutosha kuzaa mtoto, kulea mtoto, mtoto anaenda shule, anamaliza shule, anasoma. 22 years is quite a long time.
That's sasa college, my friend.
Kabisa. And that's why we are saying, having been in operation for that long as Optiven, we have got a track record that can be measured. And you know, and over those years of measured, 22 years in operation, we have assisted thousands and thousands of Kenyan people to own properties. And these are some of the people they could be reached out for their experience in regard to how they have found Optiven to be, in regard to their journey with Optiven. And so, and for that reason, Mr. Ondiri and our viewers, people, I mean, both locally in Kenya and in diaspora, have found Optiven to be a credible partner. Yeah, as you mentioned, you know, quite a number of people, maybe in diaspora, have been banned. Have had a bad experience through the so-called briefcase companies. So we have we said as Optiven, this is a gap that needs to be filled, and so we saw that need, and that is why, you know, we have come to you as a credible partner, and we are happy that diasporians have found Optiven to be a credible partner, and especially so quite a number of you have walked the journey with us. I remember we were together
in Minnesota.
They call it Minnesota.
Oh yeah, you know.
And quite a number of Kenyan community there invested with us, and we have many. We gave lots of title deeds in Minnesota, and we thank God for that.
Wow. So you are talking about your USA tour.
Yes, please.
You came to Georgia. Ama ujaenda huko bado?
Actually, it started in Minnesota. That's the weekend of second, third.
Yeah, I remember when we had the Grand Diaspora Circle AGM. Yeah, so that
was our first state, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Then on the 9th of July, we came to Kansas City. Kansas. Yeah, we gave lots of title deeds there, and quite a number of people invested with us. On the weekend of the 16th, we had a big dinner in the Swahili village in Newark, in New Jersey.
Oh yeah, that's New Jersey. Hey, karibu na New York.
Then on a weekend of 23rd, we were in Boston, Massachusetts. Then come 30th.
I can't believe you said that name. You know, most people don't find it easy to say Massachusetts. You know.
Yeah, we call it a tongue twister.
You were able to get it.
Yeah. And then on the weekend of 30th July, which was the last weekend, we were in Atlanta, Georgia. Some guys call it Atlanta. Atlanta. Georgia. I've got a number of Kenyans who received their title deeds there. They invested with us, and of course, last weekend we are here in Dallas, Texas, and quite a number of people even drove all the way from Houston.
Oh wow!
From Austin, from a neighboring state like Oklahoma, to receive their title deeds, and we thank God for that.
Wow.
So next weekend is gonna be the weekend of 12th and 13th August. Gonna be Seattle, Washington, and guys are waiting for us there to invest with us to receive their title deeds, and thereafter we'll wind up with Santa Rosa in California. So we'll come Santa Rosa, San Francisco, and the Bay Area, and from there we go back to Kenya.
You know,
yeah.
That's a nice place. I went to California, and I was saying San Jose. As you saw, my street is San Jose. Yeah. So I was like, from there I knew it was San Jose, not Jose.
Yeah, they call it San Jose.
Yeah, it's a good place, except that people who live in California is very, very expensive.
Oh yeah, sure.
Very expensive, and you see companies are coming back to Texas because Texas is home. And you talked about value addition last Saturday. Yeah. What is this value addition?
Well, thank you, Mr. Ondiri, for that question, and I would like to thank our viewers for taking their time to listen to what we have to offer as Optiven. When it comes to value additions, we do this to land. It means that we add value to land. What we do, we buy big chunks of land, we do subdivision, ideally quite a number of gated communities, and once we do the subdivision, we ensure that we do the roads. So the roads are part of the value additions. We do the water. We ensure that there's water connectivity on the property. Of course, depending on the category. These are value additions. So doing the roads is value addition. Doing the water is value addition. We plant trees because a number of our projects are green projects. And we believe that a green environment is a healthy environment. So air purifiers or the tree planting is part of the value additions. Ensuring that there is power on site, electricity, this value addition, and also some areas we designate for like children playground, for police posts, taxi bay, barbecue corner, prayer and meditation park. These are part of the value additions we do to land, and of course now we have gone a notch higher. We are doing green projects, and that way we ensure we conserve our environment for our children and future generations.
So what do you mean green, like green energy? Are you talking about solar?
Yeah, correct. By doing that, like these projects we are calling green projects, we are planting trees. And as you have mentioned, we also do street solar lighting.
Wow.
So we have some projects that are 100% renewable energy, because we are keen on green energy, and that is why we are coming up with doing installation of street solar lighting, especially on category or star number 4 and star number 5. These projects are green projects, and once we do that, we say our people are happy with what we are doing, because all said and done, people don't buy plots, people buy value.
It's true, people don't buy plots, they buy value. Yeah. And talking about buying plots, I see your plots almost everywhere in Kenya.
Yeah, we have properties, in various places, as you've said. Yeah.
So if I take me briefly to a process of buying land through Optiven, because I want to invest. So how do I begin? What's the process?
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, when it comes to the purchase process, there's number one. Number one is inquiry. So people inquire about our properties. They do this maybe because they were referred by a happy customer, or maybe they went online, they checked our website, which is www.optiven.co.ke, and they saw what they need. So they inquire, they make an inquiry. They could do this by calling our office, for such. So that is number one. So once we receive an inquiry, what we do is that we send an investment guide, or rather investment catalog, for people to see the properties we have. The investment guide or catalog usually contains various projects. It also contains the locations of these properties. It also contains the value additions attached to these properties. So once they identify what they want through the investment guide, now the next step is to identify a plot. And when it comes to that, now we normally send them the subdivision map for them to see the plots that are available. Once they see the subdivision map and they identify a plot and they are happy, at that point they could maybe come to site and see, or maybe book a site visit online. Yeah, they can go to.
You know, I don't want to say that you know most of us are here because you already know that we are here. So how is that possible if you arrange a site visit and I'm here? I'm not gonna make it. Of course, I want to get a ticket of, let's say, $1,200, $1,400 to come and just see the land. So how do you go about it?
We have a beautiful lady who can help. Who can help you? And this beautiful lady, she's called Miss Amani. So Miss Amani, you save this number +254 790 300 300. You save that number and you save it as Miss Amani Optiven.
Can you say one more so that I can put for my listeners? That's +254
+254 790 300 300.
Okay, that's Amani.
Yeah, Miss Amani.
Okay. That one is on their screen. They can be, but
they can save it once they save it.
People are saying,
Oh gosh,
so can we come for a cup of tea?
Yeah. So once they save that number on WhatsApp, they search on WhatsApp, and they say hi. A menu will come, a menu will appear, and in that menu, one of the menu is site visit.
Okay.
Site visit. So through that, they can be able to book a site visit. They could probably, if they are in diaspora, they could send their representative in Kenya to come on site. And we have very beautiful cars. We arrange for those site visits. They come, we take them to site. They take a photo of the plot. They take a 360-degree video and they send to you here. And they could even do a call. You know, a video call.
Yeah, video call.
I mean, a
virtual tour.
Virtual tour, correct. That's it. So they walk you around. They show you the beacons. You see how the area looks like, and that is very possible. So a site visit is key. It's important, and that's part of the purchase process. Then thereafter, now maybe you've made a decision to purchase. We take you the payment process, whereby instead of sending money maybe to your relative or to a friend to pay for you, you can use Sendwave, especially most guys here in the US.
Wanatumia Sendwave.
Sendwave app.
Though we have others.
We have others.
I haven't used it for the last like 5-6 years. But the point is they use M-Pesa. And the bank account maybe.
Bank account, wire, they can do wire transfer, they can do tap. There's another one that
I tried to
tap.
I wanted to try it, and then it wasn't available in my zip code yet. So I said okay. So, but it's for our Kenyans.
Yeah.
And I think Kenyan,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it because we want to promote our own
Correct,
people.
correct,
Yeah.
yes.
So I'll reach out to them and
Yeah,
see what we
yeah,
can do because we
yeah,
want to help our people. Yeah.
Yeah. So once they do that, I mean, they use that payment process in Europe. They usually word remit is very common. They send money to our account. Once they send money, we send them a receipt, and we also collect their details. We send them a link to collect their details so that we send them a sale agreement.
Wow.
And this sale agreement is a legal document which ought to be executed by a lawyer. And we have an in-house lawyer who can do that. If people don't have a lawyer who can do that. And so once they get the sale agreement, and of course we have various payment modes. Maybe one wants to do cash, or maybe others want to do installment. Once they clear, we ask them for details for the transfer. Transfer of the title from the name Optiven Limited to their name. So transfer documents are part and parcel of the purchase process that we ask. And once the title deed is out, we have a very able team, legal team and documentation that updates our clients and sends them a copy of their title to their email in soft and tell them this is ready and it's ready for collection. They can do that.
So if I go to lands registry, I'll be able to find my name, my number there, and everything legal is there.
Legal is there, and you know, we like now we are in the tour of the US.
Oh.
This is a copy of one of the title deeds we've been issuing.
Wow, let me zoom in maybe so that they can see. Wow.
Yeah. So and
wow.
You know, we have issued hundreds of such. You know, in Minnesota, in Kansas, in New Jersey, New York, in Boston, Massachusetts, New Hampshire.
Wow.
You know, Atlanta, Georgia, and now we are here in Texas. People are driving all the way from Houston, from Austin,
all over to come and collect it. You know, that feeling of owning something is really good.
Yeah, some are taking a flight from San Antonio.
I mean, why can't you take a flight? It's something you have worked for. And
Yes,
you know,
yes.
to possess something at least which is called yours is
Yeah.
something that excitement that comes with it.
So this
really
document is very important. With this title deed, you can use it as collateral. Yeah, to secure bank financing. And you know, when you have land, you have wealth.
I want to come there.
Yes.
But before then, you said Optiven, you deliver excellent service. Of course, I think most. Actually, there's somebody who was Fred. Fred was saying. Hii kitu ni legit. That's what it says.
Correct.
And coming to hii kitu ni legit, the way he puts it, that means I'm going back to what you said earlier, what Optiven is known for. You said you do excellent service. You have talked about value addition, whereby you make the land tenable, so that whenever I come there, there was no electricity, no water, and nothing there. But now you are able to you bring the roads there. So I think that value addition, the value is going back to the buyer. Don't you think it's going to be expensive, more expensive for the buyer? Maybe overburden them. And yes, you have delivered the promises. We have seen that. Another thing I was to ask you about, do you have specific project for diaspora people, or what's in your basket?
First of all, let me say that our projects are affordable. Because of those value additions, you find that you know, it will not cost you later. You know, sometimes those who may think they are expensive, we want to tell them that cheap is expensive.
Wow.
Because if you buy a property without water, without power, with no roads, you know,
Na mtu asimame njiani akwambie ndio ile.
ultimately this will cost you. But you know, our prices resonate very well with people. And as when it comes now to your question in regard whether we have specific projects for diaspora people, the answer is the projects we have are for all people.
Oh, wow.
Whether Kenyan or internationally in the diaspora, the price is the same. These prices are available online, on YouTube. And, you know, people love our model, you know, very much. And because we have been around and we have kept our word. And of course, you know that Optiven is a big brand. So we have a name to protect. And that is why as Optiven we go an extra mile to make our clients smile. So is Optiven legit? The answer is yes, 100%. Because we over deliver. We over deliver. You can imagine taking a flight from Kenya to the US and stay here for like 2 months. It's not cheap. You know, flying from one state to another. That means that we care.
And this is all catered by Optiven. Oh, then you guys are sacrificing a lot.
Yeah.
For our benefit.
Yes.
Which is that tells me then you are ready to give back to the community. Do you have any amenities, anything you are doing in the community?
Yeah, sure. We are very keen on helping the community, and that is why we have a vibrant foundation.
Oh yeah, I saw. I used the old logo.
Yeah.
And I remember you reminded me. Oh, there's a new logo.
Yeah.
And I saw something like empowerment, something to do with the community. So tell us more about your foundation.
Correct. Yeah. So we have a vibrant foundation. It's called Optiven Foundation. Our slogan is "Eyes on the Community," and we say that as Optiven, 5% of our revenue. Annual revenue, 5% of our annual revenue is channeled to the foundation.
5%?
Yes.
That's a very huge percentage.
So Optiven Group is the main financier to the Optiven Foundation. And basically we are in certain areas, we're in education. When it comes to education, we issue the so-called Soaring Eagle scholarships. We educate especially orphans and those in our society that are less fortunate. Soaring Eagle scholarships, we educate children, you know, primary school, high school, up to the university. We are in healthcare support. We are running a campaign called Mobility That Brings Smile, whereby we donate hundreds of wheelchairs across the 47 counties in Kenya. We are in poverty alleviation, whereby we identify the senior forgotten citizens.
Wow.
Those who seem to be forgotten, we build houses for them. We have done that. We are also in environmental protection. We plant lots of trees because, Mr. Ondiri, all said and done, the resources we have, they are from God. We are just custodians. And that's why we feel that we are obliged to touch someone else's life. If you want to succeed, help someone you do not know. It touches our heart for someone here in the US to start a foundation and help someone somewhere in Africa who you do not know, you may not ever meet. So that is what we do, and that is why you know, God is blessing Optiven, and that is why
it came to me as a surprise. You know, you're talking about 5%. Are you guys getting support from government, any grants? Because I mean, you're talking about 5%.
Yeah, we do that.
You know, when we invest here, a bank gives you like 0.00 something. But you're talking about 5%. You're talking about education. You're talking about healthcare. You know, it's everybody's dream that we live in a gated community. Like when we were coming, you saw we are in a gated community, and the level of security, everything as you come in, people want to feel such a sense. So when you are talking about Optiven, these investments, you are as well talking about the gated community where all these amenities are available in one place. And therefore, that brings me to another question. I have purchased a piece of land from you people. And maybe before I go to that question, let me say, I heard you talk about some offer last Saturday, whereby one pays like $500. Tell us more about that. Maybe somebody listening, watching can take advantage of that.
Wow. Thank you very much, Mr. Ondiri. And I would like to thank our viewers. We have projects, properties in Kitengela and in Nanyuki, in Malindi, in Naivasha, and we're also spreading our wings to the counties. So in regard to the offer we have here in the US is that instead of doing a one-off payment for a deposit, we are telling people to do a commitment with $500. That means that you can start your journey to a multi-millionaire in real estate with $500.
Just $500?
Yes, you can create generational wealth by starting with $500.
It's laughable at times, when we were trying to start a small business. Yeah. And one thing what everybody talks about is capital. And the capital is really heavy. It's not easy to come up with capital. You are talking about a generational investment of $500. Tell us more. Yeah,
you start with that. And once you start with that, because ideally people ask for a one-off payment of the deposit. So we say you start with $500 and then we give you a whole month to pay the deposit. Once we clear the deposit, now you tell us how you want to pay, whether you want to pay cash or you want to pay in 3 months, 6 months, or even 12 months. Yeah, because most of our properties, the repayment period is 12 months. Wow. So you, in other words, start small and continue to. We give you time to pay because we understand that you guys have a lot of bills to pay, and maybe you are out there, you are wondering what are these Optiven properties. Feel free to visit our website www.optiven.co.ke, or you can reach me on WhatsApp on my Kenyan line +254 713 588 899, or you can reach me on my US line 612 701 8584. For the period I'll be here in the US, because I'm here for the coming 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'll put for them that US number, because specifically you're in the US, so that they can reach you out in the that they don't have an excuse. I call you on your Kenyan number, you are not here, so because of you I missed my investment. No, we don't want those excuses.
I hope you have gotten the number right. 612 701
8584.
Yeah, it's a number we got from Minnesota.
Oh wow, yeah, it's down there on your screen, so they'll be able to check on the screen. And before I take a few questions, we talked about investing, that's buying land. So you have some few plots in Kitengela. Yeah. People have been dreaming to have land in Nairobi, so this is the opportunity. Yeah. So I've gone ahead and acquired land in Kitengela. What next?
Wow.
Do you build for me, or what happens?
Yeah, so this property you have mentioned in Kitengela is none other than Celebration Gardens. And this one is within Nairobi Metropolis. We all know that Kitengela is within Nairobi Metropolis, very close to Kitengela in Acacia. And, we have a few properties available there. So once you acquire a property and you want to build, you want to construct, we have a company called Optiven Homes.
Optiven Homes?
Yeah, we are going to construct for you. And that's where we are saying Optiven is like a supermarket. You have what you need. It's a one-stop shop. I mean, we give you a property in terms of the land, and then which is a value added, a grain project for that matter, and then we build for you. Once we build for you, maybe you are here in the US. You're wondering, what can I do? We have a letting company. It's called PMC Estates.
PMC Estates.
Yeah, it's a property management.
Oh, okay.
Company. They are going to get a tenant for you, and they manage it for you. They get your account details. They wire the money to your bank, whether it is Wells Fargo or Bank of America.
You know, Mr. George, mostly what some of us want. You have gone around, you have seen our people live here.
Yeah.
What we want is a decent home.
Wow.
That when we come of age, actually I don't know when that is, because we at times we think of 80, 90 years.
Yeah.
But the younger you go, the better you enjoy the results, because you will be able to enjoy when you're young. So we always think about going back home, having the same life we have here, having it there, not to worry about security, not to worry about anything. So other than investing maybe to lease or rent to somebody, we just want a home, a decent home that will stay there. So are they able to fund 100% and maybe build a house for me? At the end of it all, when it is done, I'll be paying in installments, or I'll have to finish paying all my premiums before I go to repossess it.
What we do is that we normally partner with the banks. We work very closely with banks like Equity Bank, like KCB Bank, like Cooperative Bank, Family Bank. So these are institutions we work very closely with, whereby our clients, our special clients, can be able to seek bank financing. And because our properties are good and the title deeds are there, what this bank would require would be like collateral, where you can use the title as collateral. Of course, they will ask some certain percentage to, for you to pay, and they finance the rest. And so because of that, people they find it easy to own properties with us, Mr. Ondiri.
Wow. I see my time is almost up, and I requested the producers that we just avoid the commercials, so please don't sacrifice me for today. Allow Optiven just to give us information, and then our friends, our partners, will have time to give the adverts and the commercial breaks. So let me take a few questions. I see there are so many questions online, but I just take a few. Omaturi Vincent, machoge borabu watu wanapiga kura bwana. Watu wamuke wafanye kazi ya kupiga kura, because if you don't plan, then you plan to fail.
Correct.
And most problems we have, most bad leaders are chosen, elected by good people who don't vote. So watu wamuke waenda wapige kura. And Sister Lilian Ungaki, you saw her there, the marketing chair wa Grand Granite. She was there at Minnesota. She says nikutafutie the cowboy hat. Texas. Wende nayo.
No, Lillian, she's a powerful lady.
Oh yeah.
And she really supported us, especially when it comes to this sponsorship. We had lots of meetings together with the Dr. Ogaki.
Oh yeah.
The chairman, people. Brother Richard Moturi. And they said you are around. So we will meet in Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
During the AGM.
Those are great people, We'll have more time to talk to them, and they're good people. Noni Mudoni Gaminto. Anasema invest today with the number one real estate company, Optiven Limited.
Wonderful.
Being in business for 22 years and delivered more than 6,000 titles. Wow. That's great information. For more, Optiven .co.ke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I think Sister Lillian asked a question here. How is all your properties land zoned? How are they zoned? Agricultural, residential, or commercial? How do you zone them?
Well, most of the properties we have, these are private properties, and they are within metropolitan areas. So you find most of these will be residential.
Oh, okay.
whereby we do gated communities,
Mhm.
but within the residential community, we designate a
specific
number of
area
properties
for-
as commercial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whereby people can be able to do business. And
Yeah,
you find that these properties are closer to the cities and towns,
Mhm.
whereby, you know, like with the ones that are within Nairobi metropolis, that are at a distance where you can be able to commute. So we
Wow.
buy private land,
Mhm.
you know, because like land in Kenya can either be private
Mhm. Oh, commercial.
or public
Oh, yeah, yeah.
or communal.
Oh, yeah.
So we
Yeah.
identify private land
Mhm.
with clean title deeds.
Mhm.
And therefore most of these would like in our areas where we do like gated communities,
Mhm.
ideally these are residential
I
properties.
remember the year 2001, the 202.
Mm.
I was staying in Ekeleleshwa,
Mm.
and with my friends we were doing some business there.
Mm.
And then along Kandara Road there was some kiosks for tea, groceries.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden we were told this is a public land, you have to move. And actually we didn't want to move,
Oh yeah.
but then it happened that you know mkono wash area
Yeah, correct.
ulitunasa, and we had to go back home because it was public land.
Yeah.
So it is good that you are you
Yeah,
made
we
it
don't.
clear.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we don't buy public land. Public land is not bought, is not sold.
Yeah.
That's for public.
Ni mali ya umma.
We don't
Unasema
buy
hata mimi ni umma ninyakue.
We don't buy communal land. That is for communal. Like most of the, if you go deep inside, especially in Masai land, deep inside,
Mhm.
that would be communal land.
Oh,
It's for
yeah.
the community,
Mhm.
and that is why some of these Masais they graze all over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that is deep inside.
Mm.
So there are those areas designated for residential,
Mhm.
and most of these will be private land.
I
And
think that's great information,
Yeah.
because I'll be buying land Masai huko ndani, and then something happens, inapata watu wanapita. I remember some stories back, mtu anapita grazing along, unamwambia that's trespass. But anakwambia no, this is our communal land, and
Yeah.
then you enter into something you didn't want to. Yeah.
Of course, there are those areas whereby it's agricultural,
Mhm.
especially in most of the rural areas would be agricultural.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but mostly our properties are ideally residential property.
Oh wow, that's good, great information for our people. I see I've exceeded like 5 minutes, but it's okay. It's okay when we are getting something like this, you know, especially when today we'll be talking more because people are voting.
Yeah.
At the same time, we are also interested to see what we can do back at home.
Correct.
So let me see if there's another question before I take you to another session. Okay. You talked about environmental protection. We'll come back there. Let me see if I can get one call online. Brother Steve, hello.
Yes. How are you? Good evening.
Good evening. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing fine. How is Mr. Muteti?
I'm good,
George.
sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I see good information. I enjoyed listening to you about this Optiven homes or properties.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
So you live in Kenya, or you are here? Are you visiting, or you are an agent? What do you do?
I live in Kenya. I am the regional manager, diaspora, in charge of the US and Canada. So I work in the head office in Nairobi. I live in Nairobi. We normally come here to visit for a few weeks, and we go back to Kenya.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I see you are doing a wonderful job, you know, trying to help wananchi in the diaspora invest in Kenya.
Thank you.
So speaking of Kitengera, I heard you spoke about Kitengera. By the way, my brother lives in Kitengera, so I'm familiar with it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, my brother lives in Kitengera. If you know the area well, you know, so my brother has been there for a while.
Wonderful.
Well, Steve, usienda Kitengera uniache. You need to be my neighbor, or I need to be your neighbor there. Ndio tusumbuane huko.
So George, I need to talk to you because my brother has got an hardware store called the Kerumbe Hardware Store in Kitengera in the along the highway. It's a small place, but maybe we can work together. Maybe you can work with him too.
No problem, no problem.
All right, thank you, brother Steve. Steve is in Dallas, Texas.
Wow.
He's a wonderful person, and thank you for your comment. So, Steve's brother lives in Iketengela. Maybe he might be my neighbor. Let me see. Kisi pamoja. Wengine, I think they are commenting saying this is a wonderful program. Listening. Wengine kutoka Nairobi. Thank you so much. Kwa Ruben. What one is and somebody's from Australia.
Wow.
Australia, I don't know. You need to call. There's a number there. There's a link. Maybe that's why, because we were rushing because of time. Curious tell to me part of Jamaica Samson Mochini. Atuti kutoka Kajiado, Isinya, Kajiado County.
Wow.
Wanasema county.
County.
Wanasema county. Lakini wanasema county.
County.
Watu wana kutoka Isinya. Isinya huko ni kwa Fred.
Wow.
So, following up with what Sister Lillian asked. So, if I want to build a school, maybe am I limited to a specific amount of land I can buy? Or like 4-5 plots niseme hii imetosha for my school? Or you limit somebody to certain number of pieces of plots?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Thank you for that, and thank you, Lillian, for that question. Yeah, most of these projects, which are gated communities, we get them at very prime areas, whereby you find we have schools around outside the gated community. Yeah, for instance, like the ones we have in Kitengela, you find we have Acacia Senior School nearby. We have Acacia Crest Academy nearby. We have Kitengela International School nearby. So you find the properties we have will be more of residential, commercial, and of course we designate other areas for playground. We may not have a provision for a school inside, other than one of our prime projects, Star 5, is called Amani Ridge. Which is Star 5 in Kiambu County. We have designated an area for a school inside the gated community, even though in the neighborhood we have high-end schools around that project, like Old Creek and other schools like Northern School.
Yeah, you know, at times when you live in a wakati umeishi mahali for some time, you may want to unaangalia unasema, you know, yes, there are good schools around. Kama hapa tumepita nimekuonyesha every zip code hapa tuna shule. And in fact uliona a high school, not atuachane na high school, elementary, sasa hiyo ni primary. Yani imejengwa kuliko KU. And then lakini ajabu ni kwamba all these schools are full. So there may be schools around. Hata kama hapa unaona gas station iko hapa next. Si kama wakati tulikuwa tunaweka hoteli hapa. Unaweka mkao hapa, and then you put another hotel here, somebody will be like, why is he competing with me? Hapo hoteli iko hapa, na ingine hapa, na ingine hapa, and they all make their share.
Oh, sure.
So there won't be any harm having a school nearby, especially in a gated community. Unaamuka, unachukua mtoto kule, unamchukua, and life goes on. Yani atoki nje outside the compound, which is also a good thing. So somebody said, I just want to buy like acres. I don't want to buy 100 by 100. Nataka kununua like 6 to 10 acres. So you will be able to sell to one person?
Actually, in our, depending with the project, like for those who want to do schools, we have the Great Oasis Nanyuki.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have, in fact, there's a guy from Dallas, he has bought like 20 acres.
Oh.
From Dallas, yeah.
Wow.
He wants to do a hospital.
Oh,
and others have also identified huge chunks of land to do schools. So we have a provision for that, and that's why, like that project in Nanyuki, specifically that one, we are saying bigger is better. Yeah, because you can do schools, you can do hospitals, you know, you can do other big institutions just within their property.
Wow, wow. Let me take another call. Sister Lilian, habari ya leo?
Njema ndugu yangu.
How's Colorado?
Colorado tu wazima, hamna neno, naona kumetulia kabisa.
These people are like two hours away from 2 hours behind us or 1 hour?
No, 1 hour.
1 hour. Kwa hivyo hapo sasa ni saa 2.
Sahi saa 2 na dakika 9.
Tushakula sapa hapa, naona tumewatangulia.
Yangu ni ya mapema.
Ni sawa. So you had asked a question earlier about wakati ulisema about the value added to the land. Ukasema elaborate. Sijui kama ulipata hiyo ama you still want to follow up a little bit.
Yeah, just a little addition to that, to Mr. George. Thank you, Mr. George, for availing yourself. It adds more credibility for us who are far, at least to see you. It keeps that appetite going that we really need that land. And the titles being the problem in Kenya, at least when we see you with the title at hand, trust me, tutakuwa huko kesho. Sasa, swali langu hili, you had talked about the value added. So on your sales, when you are talking about the value added, is that price factored in there? Some may call it, is it conveyed in there, or it's something that yes, I bought land from you, and then once we are signing an agreement, that is the time I will know, hey, kuna kisima hapa, itakuwa ni mbao juu yake, kuna sola imewekwa, yeah, there is that you know, those value added whatever you are talking about. So I just needed to know on the sell section if it is factored in, or those are the some of the other added figures you get after the sale is concluded.
Wow, thank you very much, Lillian, and thank you for the great work you are doing, you know, for our Kenyan people, our Kenyan community, especially in connection with the Granite Diaspora Circle. You are doing, by the way, a good job.
Just as you, before you finalize, you know, we had the Kenyan ambassador here, and they were here to make sure that we renew our document. You know, this lady drove all the way from Colorado to Texas with her husband to come and volunteer.
Wow.
You know, it was such a... And I'm in Arlington, they were in Arlington, and I said, oh man, they drove all the way to volunteer. So there are people who are giving back to the communities through. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. That's a great job. Yeah. And now, in regard to the question whether, you know, our properties, when we say they are value added, Lillian is wondering whether the value additions.
You want to put all the value together. Unajua umelipa shamba is okay, but now pay me for the what I put here.
Yeah, so the value additions are part of the package. It's part of the package, not something different, not something we will charge you or will ask you. No, it's part of the package. You know, when we are selling these properties, like for instance, if I can give an example of a project we have in Kitengela, is called Victory Gardens. These value additions like water, like power, it's part and parcel. And those are the value additions we do as Optiven. So when you buy a property with Optiven, the price you pay, you don't pay anything more, because those value additions are part of what we do as Optiven. It's part of the package. It's not something, how to say the package. Of course, you know, for like water connectivity, because that is water connection is part of the value additions. When we, we do the water, and now you want to settle, Optiven engineers will install the water meter for you. Of course, now because we have installed the meter, there are those monthly charges you will pay for the water for what you have used.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that is because you going by the way. But now the water connectivity That is part of the, the piping of the water is part of the package. Is not something different, unless now we install the meter and now you can do your monthly charges. If it's power is on site. What you probably do is to do the reconnection from the power line to your what they call it a drop. Reconnection to your property, but power is on site, water is there. That is part of the package, not something different that will cost you later.
Wow.
Yeah, it's part of the package.
That's great.
Yeah.
Sister Lillian.
Yes, sir.
So umesikia sasa, it's part of the package. Once you are done paying, unapatiwa data yako na unaanza kudrop hiyo.
Well, it's actually good because sometimes people will say, hey, there's this value added, and once you are done, and this wasn't part of that first package. This is the second. But it's good, at least now he has clarified that. The company being the company that has credibility, so we take it by his word. And thank you, Mr. George, for that answer. I will get my friends know as well. They were wondering the same.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's Sister Lillian Ongaki. She is calling in from Colorado. Wow. By the way, Colorado ni mahali naogopa sana. And my fears are not unfounded because kuna milima, and at times when you drive there, kama kuna gari kubwa, kuna miteremko huko, na so hivyo kama umebeba unaogopa sana hiyo miteremko iko huko. So but it's a good place. It's a good place to if you want to take a vacation. I always tell our people that usizaliwe tuseme Kakamega, ufe kama uko Kakamega. Try to walk around. There's enough kuna mahali unatembea kwingi kama sasa hapa. I think I've gone nimepakisha in one state. Nimalize US yote.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah,
we look forward to visiting Denver, Colorado. I understand we have lots of Kenyans there.
Oh yeah. Denver, it's a good place.
Yeah.
It's a good place. Kwangu mimi kwa kutembea, but Texas is home. So history and don't kill me about that. But Texas is home. Actually, to the last call, 9:16. This is the 8th of August. Hapa Dallas Fort Worth area, lakini kule Kenya sasa ni saa 11. Saa 11 na dakika 16 asubuhi. So people are getting up, watu wanamuka waenda kupiga kura. Najua watu wameamukia sana, wale ambao wamepanga laini, na tunawaambia kwamba uchaguzi kupiga kura ni haki yako
kabisa.
So Sister Ruth Muthoni, habari ya leo? Ni asubuhi ama ni jioni?
Hapa ni asubuhi. Good morning.
Good morning. You are in Kenya?
Yes.
Uko Nairobi ama namna gani?
Tuko Nairobi, ndio tunaamka sasa kwenda kupiga kura.
Ungesema ungepiga kura tungekata simu. Otherwise
tupige kura.
Sawa. Yeah, it's good to perform that civic duty, because if we don't do it, tutachaguliwa viongozi, and then even the land that we are buying, we might not enjoy it.
Yeah, that's true.
So habari ya Optiven, was she there? Akuja.
No, Ruth, she's a very aggressive and powerful relationship manager.
Yeah, she has been trying to reach me nikakwambia I'm very busy. Leo tumekutana kiajabu.
She has a great spirit of she has that desire to help people to acquire properties. And we work closely together. And I am sure she's going to share our number so that people can also reach her to get properties, and they can be assured. So thank you, Ruth, for calling, and it's a pleasure to talk to you.
Actually nimeweka namba yake huko.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, actually nimeweka namba yake huko. So mambo namna gani huko Nairobi? Najua umekutana na watu wengi.
Salama. We're really enjoying today. Today is a public holiday. So we are waking up, going to cast our votes, Alafu after that, life does not end there. We continue settling Kenyans.
In your day today activities wakati unatafuta hawa wajamaa kama sisi the prominent tunasema future investors, prospective investors, so kuna wale umekutana nao wanakusumbua sana. Is there something may happen ukasema jamani I wish I could not come here?
Yes, there are some people, of course, who are, and siwezi sema wanasumbua, it's just because people have really been conned out here. And getting these people to trust our company is also another process. Because ukiongelesha mtu amekoniwa, it's very hard for them also to invest. But now we have to tell them, the good thing is that we've been in the business for 22 years now. And that is, for you to even know it's a serious company, 22 years, see, miaka kidogo.
Wow.
And also, so we take them through, we invite them to the office, we'll take them for lunch, we'll take them to site, because we believe seeing is believing. We'll take them to site, we'll give them everything. If you want the documents to go do your search, we'll give you everything before even starting the process. That's the good thing about Optiven.
Wow.
Yes.
You know, it's a good thing when wakati unapelekwa mahali unaambiwa this is we don't force you. Kuna watu wengine wanakulazimisha, unasema kama ulikuja lazima ununue. Lakini I like that fact that you give the buyer enough time. Anafanya window shopping yake, roho inakubali, and then anasema ndio hii. Kabisa. Oh wow. Then I think you hope that when people are doing great.
Yes.
Except you need some grants from somewhere. That 5% is still on my head. You know, 5% is a lot. So maybe what would you like to tell our listeners, our viewers this morning, kabla tukuachilia huko Nairobi uende kupiga kura?
I'd love to tell them, don't wait to buy and wait. Wow. That is the secret of life. And there's no better time for buying. It's now. Usingoja tuseme maybe nikipata this amount of money is when I'll get some land. No. As for us, we do not harass our clients. We give you time and we understand our clients.
Wow.
That is one thing about Optiven. We take you through the journey and we love our clients. I'd also love to tell them they can, if you're not in Kenya, you can have your representative to come and see. You can even tell me, enda unionyeshe plot yangu, take a video for me. Let's do a Zoom meeting, let's do a video call when you're on site. I will do that. I will personally do that for our clients.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sister Ruth Barikiwa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Sister Ruth kutoka Nairobi. Brother George, najua tumechukua muda sana hapa, hata nimeanza kupigwa simu kutoka Kenya wanasema mtangazaji leo namna gani, unajua kura ziko and we want to get the update. Yes, we're going to get them by the way. And so talking about clients, vile mwenzangu amesema that don't wait and buy, but buy and wait. Is there any instance imetendeka kwamba somebody buys land, pesa zinaisha, and then he's unable to develop that land to do anything for 5-6 years? Has anything like that happened? How do you go about it? Nanunua shamba, pesa zinaisha, nimestrain sana, and then I'm unable to continue with anything.
Yeah, we have those instances, and you know, like in most of our properties, we tell our clients, go by your face. You know, go by your face. So you know, when you buy land, you know, people buy land, and at some point now, you know, they run out of money, so they take their time. Others will either ask us, "Hey, I've run out of cash. Do you know a financier who can be able to support me?" We connect them with the bank. So we don't give people a timeline. Now you have cleared your plot, buy at this, now construct at this specific time. Now it's open, and that is why people love our model, because you know, and even when we link them with the Optiven arms, you know, for construction, they can discuss and they can see how they can be able to help them. But that's what we do, and that's why I mean most of our Kenyan people, both locally in Kenya and in diaspora, they really love our model of a two-steps approach to home ownership as of free. Yeah.
Well, you know, kitu moja nimependa is talking about Optiven homes.
Yeah.
That was a brilliant idea that, you know, if I'm unable to proceed, maybe if I can make an agreement with them, they can do something.
Yeah.
And maybe get the money out of the property, at the end of it all, it still belongs to me.
Yeah, sure.
That's a very wonderful project. So as I went up, let me see 2-3 comments. Then we went up. Wengine wanasema kutoka Nairobi West. Majina mengine ya Facebook unajua ni magumu. Saa zingine unaangalia anajiita Emonye Nsubati. That's a female aunt.
Oh, wow.
The aunt, an aunt, the animal.
Oh, an aunt. Oh. Auntie.
You know, nimecheka ya kweli. And then mwingine anasema listening from this side, asante salimia wageni kwa studio Martha Bonarelli, thank you so much. Ndugu Fred Nyaosi, hello, habari ya leo? Ndugu Fred, unanipata? Okay, I think Fred umeenda kupiga kura. Akamute simu, but then nimepata ujumbe wako. Thank you so much. Sijui Fred kama umenipata. Hello?
Hello, nakupata.
Salama sana. Nilikuwa nafikiria umeenda kupiga kura bwana ukatusahau hapa. Though today leo sijaenda Washington, I'll be voting by proxy. I've sponsored a lot of people on the ground. Nikasema kwamba, you know, this I'm going to use my air ticket to at least sponsor 4-5 people and do something. And I've done. Nakumbuka hapa today I did my share in building the nation. So I did my share.
Yes, kabla mgeni wetu atoke niko na swali moja tafadhali.
Salama.
What if it gets to a point like one of the clients mwenye amechukua plot na wao venye ulikuwa umesema kwamba pesa ifike katikati ipige chenga kidogo. As the developers themselves, do they chip in and kind of find an agreement whereby they can sign with the client wamalize kumjengea kama ni kumjengea, and then the client pays them back with some little interest?
Wow. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Fred. I mean, for that question is a brilliant question. I must thank you for that. Yeah. So, as I mentioned earlier, we have financiers who can be able to finance that. So, in a situation whereby maybe someone has run out of finances, we can talk to our financiers so that they can be able to see how they can be able to do that. In a number of instances, as I mentioned, because the title deed is there, it's being used as collateral. That one is not a problem. But we as Optiven, we may not do it because we are not like a bank. But since we partner with banks, we are able to link them up, and the beauty with the partners we have, they are listening and caring partner, and that's something they can be able to to chip in and do something when it comes to financing. Yes.
So I think after this, hakuna mwenye atasema he didn't have an opportunity to buy land.
Correct.
Because you people made it very easy, by the way. When we were looking for land some other time huko nyuma, unapata mtu anakuzia, and then wakati umemaliza unapata ameuzia mtu mwingine, and then I remember like phase 5 in Nairobi, when we used to buy land, unanunua wakati umemaliza umefence kila kitu, mtu mwingine anakuja anasema this is my land. Private developer anakuja anaendelea kujenga, and then you'll be like have a title deed, yeye anakuja na title deed bwana. And then you own it. But then this process, I'm very happy. I'm very happy that at least things are getting streamlined. And if you saw, one of the campaign tools for our politicians is land. And especially in parts of the coast, it has been something a thorn in our flesh. And mostly when you are talking about land in Kenya. But then this process you know, wakati ulikuwa unasema Mr. George, and I was thinking of George Washuri because alikuja hapa tukakutana and actually aired his event live. That was 2014, 2015 around there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard about Optiven.
Wow.
And George Washuri is a very good motivational speaker.
Wow.
And he's very brilliant, by the way.
No, very is my boss, Mr. George Washuri, is a great man.
Oh yeah.
He's a great man. His art is very close to people, to diasporians, to Kenyan people, and you know, he's very inspirational, and because of his being the captain, Optiven is going places, and Mr. George Washuri, from wherever you are, we salute you for the wonderful job you have done for our Kenyan people, and we are happy to be part of this Optiven movement.
Kuna jamaa hapa ananiambia call me now. Mr. Mburu kutoka Seattle, Washington. I don't know what he wants to say. I don't know if I'll be able to help this guy. After you never know. Tulikuwa tumemaliza show.
Yeah.
But you might find that tunafungia mtu hapa nje na aseme I wanted to buy a land mukaninyima. So I don't want to be a scapegoat. Therefore Mr. Mburu, I'll try to call him nisikie kama nampata. Juvenali Mburu, let me see. Meanwhile, Mr. George,
yes.
What else tumeacha that you wanted our listeners, our viewers to get from you this morning, this evening? Anything that you left
correct.
behind?
Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Ondiri, for this wonderful opportunity to be at Agr TV, and I'd like to thank our viewers for their wonderful time. I want to tell our viewers and our listeners that Optiven is a credible partner. We have been here for 22 years. We have been tested, and feel free to visit our website www.optiven.co.ke. Go to the testimonial site and listen to powerful testimonials from those who have walked the journey of property ownership with us. You know, as Optiven, we say that our job is to socially and economically empower and transform their societies. And that is why we have, socially, we have the Optiven Foundation, and we are touching people's lives. And that is why you, as our prospective customer, when you buy with a property with Optiven, your title changes. You become Mr. Ondiri, philanthropist. Because 5% of our revenue goes to the foundation. That 5% includes a little bit of your money that goes. So in a way, you have touched someone else's life.
Yeah, you are contributing
towards the community. So when you buy property with us, with Optiven, you automatically become a philanthropist by virtue of investment.
Okay.
And we want to tell them that feel free to reach us. Our numbers have been shared there. Feel free to reach Ruth Modoni.
Yeah.
She's a senior relationship manager. Feel free to reach me. I am the regional manager diaspora in charge of the US and Canada. And we are going to walk with you the journey. We hold your hand till you realize your dream of ownership in Kenya.
Very well said, my brother. Juvenali Mburu from Washington, hello.
Yes, modari habari.
Njema, labda yako unajua tumemaliza, lakini ukasema call me, sijui kama ulikuwa umechelewa kidogo. Nikasema labda you wanted to buy land, utakuja kusema mtangazaji alininyima nafasi sikununua shamba. So habari ya leo.
Nafasi ni kweli kabisa, leo nimekuwa kazini, nimetoka tu breaki kufungua ngakuona. Na ngasikia kama mnaongea jambo ambalo linalonifurahisha. Kwa kweli pole sana kwa sababu nilichelewa, lakini swali ninalo ni kwamba huwa wanasaidia mtu kununua shamba, na ikiwa wanamsaidia kununua shamba ni kiasi gani?
Na ikiwa wamsaidii ni kiasi gani? And George, do you help somebody to buy land?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. Is a good question. Shamba ni kiasi gani? Hilo ni swali nzuri. Shamba ni kiasi ya 50 by 100. That's basically 50 by 100 square feet. That's basically an eighth of an acre. Mostly it will be that size, but when it comes to some projects like Nanyuki, we have got an eighth of an acre, we have got a quarter, we have got a half acre, we have 1 acre. You can buy 5 acres, you can buy 10 acres. Big is better. And when he asks about whether we help people, we do, because that is why we have a provision for malipo ya pole pole.
Unajua huyu ndio yangu analysis. The reason I had asked you earlier that question, I know one of the reasons he's asking, because he doesn't want something like 100 by something. He wants like 3-4 acres, so that you talked about other communities, amenities you are providing there. He wants to get something big, so how can you help him get something big?
We can do that. And, we have like when it comes to our property, the Great Oasis, we have acres there. You can buy as much as 5 acres, 10 acres. You do something big. You do something like maybe a clinic. You do something like an hospital. You do a garage. You know, there are many businesses you can do with land. So we do that. And the beauty with Optiven also is that we have the malipo ya pole pole installment purchase.
Oh, okay. So mnasaidia the way you help ni kumwacha alipe malipo ya pole pole.
Malipo ya pole pole, that is one way. Secondly, we can connect him to our financier.
Oh,
we work very closely with Equity Bank, with KCB Bank, with Stanbic Bank, with family, virtually with almost all the banks, NCBA Bank. We work very closely, and they can be able to obtain bank financing from these institutions.
I think one of the greatest information amesikia ni kupata financial. Omburo, university.
Yes.
Sijui kama hilo limekupita.
Well, the query, but also I was asking about is it possible maybe if you identify a plot somewhere na kupitia kwa hiyo diaspora bank, hiyo kampuni ambayo umesema,
so basically ni kukate, you mean like wewe mwenyewe Mr. Mburo, you identify a plot somewhere, uwaambie that I want to buy this plot, wakuje wakusaidie? Okay, yeah, that's what he's asking. Kama amepata land yuko Kisii, nataka waambie niko na hii land lakini nataka mununue nilipe pole pole. Is that possible, or it is you who identify the piece of land?
We normally sell our land. A land we have done due diligence with the clean title deeds. So we sell Optiven's properties to our clients, and these are the properties we develop.
You acquire, you develop, and you get them ready for sale.
Yeah, like now for Optiven Homes, currently we are overwhelmed because we have lots of clients.
Oh yeah, because I'm coming too.
But as time goes by, we will, we are expanding.
Nisema I'm coming, watu wakimbie wanitangulie huko. Hiyo ni siri lakini imetoboa. Nitakuja tu. I'm coming because I see, but actually I've received quite a number of SMSs here. Watu wanasema, oh, so many people want to, nimepeana number, so be ready to receive a lot of
wonderful
messages, a lot of communication from our people, our viewers, and there's a lot of information.
Wow.
We can't finish all the information tonight, but I'm glad that you took your time to talk to us.
Thank you.
And I know schedule ni tight. Na nimekimbia nikasema kwamba hata kama tumetafutana tujakutana, I know for sure tomorrow you won't be around.
Wow.
And it won't be a good thing if I miss you again here. So nikasema let me also sacrifice. Ndio hata nimeambia producers wangu nikaambia please, we you see it's unusual we didn't play our promoters commercials, but we know how we go about it. And our viewers, we have a broader listenership now and viewership.
Wow.
You know, when you talk about the frequency in Kenya, we are talking about a frequency maybe in Nairobi.
Wow.
And if you go to Kangemi on the other side, you also go to CAK, wambie nipe frequency ya hapa.
Wow.
When you go to Nakuru, there's no single frequency inafika kutoka Nairobi mpaka Nakuru. Unafika Nakuru and then you get another license. That's why ukitune in from one station, ukidrive kwenda Nakuru, the same station, ukifika Nakuru ina change. Naanza kuongea something else.
Wow.
Because there's no single station iko kwa frequency moja the entire country. So that's kwamba ukitaka like now tuseme like a citizen, when you are in Kisii where I come from, it is 90 something. When you go to Nairobi it's 100 and something. They have different frequencies because we don't have a single frequency in a cover all that. But we digital, hii mambo ya digital, ukiwa na Dish Network na search unapata moja tu, inaingia huko kama Dish Network na kuwa na channel moja.
Wow.
So what we have done, we now have a frequency like the entire Africa. You had another Africa, and you had another Africa, 3 Africas.
Wow.
Because now we have we are on Roku channel, and Roku channel latest wame build kwa TV. Ukikuja na TV, iko inbuilt. So that channel is already there.
Wow.
What you only do ni ku add a new channel, Agr News TV. Unaongeza hiyo channel. If you are in US, you are in Canada, you are in Mexico, you are able to watch this program live the way it took. Like now they're watching live. Anybody in US, Canada, and hata wale wamenunua TV kutoka hapa, unajua this is a global village now. Wale wamechukua TV huko nyumbani and they Nairobi wako na Roku. They can still download add our channel to their smart TV. So they are able to watch us on a bigger screen.
This is great.
So that's why I'm saying, you know, at times we are limited by YouTube and Facebook. Wakati mwingine ukicheza muziki ambayo una copyrights because you know at times you may be licensed, lakini kuna mtu mwingine South Africa na yeye hataki nyimbo zake zikuje hapa, lakini they licensed us to play them. So when you play them, wanakuambia there's a copyright. No, I have all the rights. Lakini wanakuambia no, somebody from South Africa claimed it. So to avoid that, we wanted to go beyond.
Wow, this is becoming another CNN.
Oh, my friend, CNN. When you go to every other state, there are a few things that change. So let me say that they are not able right now to have. Their program on Roku is paid. You have to pay, subscribe, and then to watch live. But then. Sisi tunajijua mahali tunatoka kabisa. We don't want our people to pay to get this information. So tunawaletea information for free na wafanye uchaguzi. That's also a way of giving back to the community. So people were watching on Roku, they're watching on Facebook, YouTube, they are watching on Instagram, even Telegram. Agr News TV is still live on Telegram. You know, people don't know that we go live on Telegram too. So
that's great.
All part of social media. So there is no way mtu atasema hakupata haya mambo. And by the way, these programs are recorded kama uko Facebook, uko YouTube, ziko uko zitazalia uko tu. So they will be able to watch this great information, and we really don't take it for granted. We are grateful that information nilienda kuna mahali tungekuwa na time ningekupitishia where our Kenyan brothers are also doing something. Sijui kama ulisikia Easy Drain care product. Mambo mengi nitakuja kukuambia, and then walikuwa wameandika information precedes news. News. And I was like, information precedes news. Nikachukua hiyo nikasema, this wonderful information. So
thank you.
It's great. Thank you, Mr. George.
Thank you very much, and I'm very happy for your warm welcome, for hosting me today, and we pray for you. Of course, Agr is becoming big and better. We appreciate those milestones you've mentioned you are taking. We wish you God's blessings, and we want to thank our viewers for listening to Optiven. And Optiven is your credible partner, and we thank God. We look forward to a great partnership with you, Mr. Ondiri.
Thank you so much, Mr. George Muteti. Ndugu mpendwa msikizaji, mtazamaji, you've been watching Agr News TV. This is Orina Ontiro on the mic, and this is election. I wanted to say election night, but it's election day. So make sure you wake up now and go vote, go vote, go vote. Ile kilio mnalia, ile kilio mnatoanga kila wakati. Nimeteswa, nini chakula kimeisha, bei ya mafuta. Now this is the time you got to denounce that. And the way you can denounce it is to go to the ballot and make your voice being heard. Ili uweze kusikika kule. And your vote is going to make a lot of noise. It's very loud when you do the right thing. Earlier on I talked about Esau. Najua kikwetu tunamuita Esau. Esau, he sold his birthright through a soup of lentils. Lentils kuna maharagwe kidogo. Iko very rich in iron. Kama dengu hivyo. And then what happened, you jamaa kasikia njaa akasema nimeona njaa inaenda kuniua. So he talked to his brother akamwambia, my friend, nipe supu tu nakufa njaa. And then Jacob akampatia hiyo soup, and then he sold his birthright. So I was talking to my Kenyan friends that, you know, don't sell your birthright for a soup of lentils.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Nakunywa hiyo soup. Niliambiwa somebody was paying as low as 50 Kenyan shillings. Imagine somebody giving you 50 Kenyan shillings. And then for the rest of the 5 years you will be crying, atujamuona hapa amekaa Nairobi. Of course, why if I give you my money, I'm gonna stay in Nairobi, make sure I return. Is return on investment? Yeah, I mean, they are justified because it's return on the investment. So don't justify their means. Yeah. So make sure you vote and usiuze, don't sell your birthright because you may utaanza kulialia na kusaga meno. To that end, I want to introduce you to Monibi Apartments. Monibi Apartments zinapatikana kule sehemu za Nairobi. Wakati umetoka hapa na umeshinda mahali pa kulala, ndio Nyarusa ananiambia Monibi Apartments will be there for you. Don't hesitate.
Welcome to Monibis Apartments. I'm Globa Choti Meshak. Monibis is located at Tasia Embakasi off 75 Road where you're headed to Utawala. We have a 3-bedroom house that can host you for a day, a month, a week, and you will feel comfortable. It's easily accessible, and you're most welcome. You can reach us on 0729 816 420 or 0723 601721. You can always reach us on 0729 816 420 or 0723 601721. Welcome all.
Hey, it is time to get a new look. Kevin's Papa and Salon Shop, located at the Green Oaks Boulevard and Matlock in Arlington, Texas, next to World Market. It is not about money, it's all about relationships. Why can't you just try us? It is family at Kevin's Papa Shop and Salon. Professional treatment is all you need. Mostly hairstyles with most celebrities. Give us a visit. Give us a call today. Hey, do you want to make your hair? I know you do. This is the place to be. We open and close at 7 p.m. Give us a call at 817-683-7555. Give us a call at 817-683-7555. Address is 808 Southwest Greenhouse Boulevard, Suite 410 in Arlington, Texas. Give us a call today.